Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. It's July 18th, 2016. In present times, there are a lot of staged shootings in the media for the sake of political agenda, for the sake of divide and conquer. Just as a reminder, this is something that's been going on in this nation for decades and has also been going on in other Western nations ruled over by the same banker tyrants, the same Masonic Zionists. So 32 years ago today, there was the worst shooting massacre in the nation's history at a McDonald's. July 18th, 1984, the San Ysidro massacre. In gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words, San Ysidro sums to the same thing as massacre, so a fitting city for such an attack. Let me show you what was so interesting about this July 18th attack that year in light of the death of Ray Kroc, the man who made McDonald's the corporate monster that it is. First, notice that the date July 18th can be written 18/7, a lot like 187. Ray Kroc, the head of McDonald's, died earlier that year, January 14th, 1984. His date of death, 114, that's matching the gematria of San Bernardino, California, where he opened his first McDonald's chain. He dies January 14th, and what's so interesting is about from the date of his death until the date of the massacre, July 18th, written 18/7, like 187, the California Police Homicide Code, that's a span of 187 days. And a massacre would come. And again, 187, the homicide code for California police. Adding insult to injury, McDonald's is headquartered in Oak Brook, Illinois, just outside of Chicago, a Masonic Zionist mecca. Oak Brook, Illinois in gematria sums to 187. 187. And now here's a McDonald's shooting 187 days after the founder on 18/7, July 18th, 32 years ago today. I caught wind of this last year when the following events happened. There was a San Bernardino shooting blamed on a Middle Eastern married couple inspired by ISIS. It was staged propaganda. That shooting came on December 2nd, right? December 2nd. San Bernardino, California in gematria sums to 222 and 114. San Bernardino, California was established on the 222nd day of the year. The shooting, December 2nd, came exactly 114 days after the city's birthday. These shootings, they're always synced up with dates of significance, dates connecting to the city's history, the mayor, the governor. It's amazing how orchestrated and detailed these shootings are. My point is to show you that it's always been done this way. At the time of the propaganda shooting in San Bernardino, in the mainstream, there were also headlines about 2 Chicago teenagers shot by police. One's name was Ronald Johnson. The other's name was Laquan McDonald. Ronald McDonald, the mascot for McDonald's. At the same time, another propaganda shooting in San Bernardino where Ray Kroc set up the first McDonald's restaurant. I have videos on all of these things going into greater details. I'm just doing this as a quick reminder video to plant some more seeds. In the time of the 80s, the time of the San Ysidro massacre, the next big killing story was the one at the post office where the phrase "gone postal" came out of. They said that killer was named Patrick H. Sherrill, and they said he was 44 years old. The post office over the years has had a number of shooters. Look up that list and see how many of them have been age 44. The word kill equals 44. In my chapter in my book on stage shooting hoaxes, almost every single one in the history of this nation has been on a date with 44 or 38 numerology. Let me show you what's interesting about the name Patrick H. Sherrill, however. Patrick H. Sherrill, 187. So many times in these stage shootings, the shooter's name has summed to 187. You might recall this story, the shooting at LAX not long ago. They wheeled out a dummy on live TV while telling people that that was TSA officer Gerardo Hernandez, a name that has the exact same gematria as Freemasonry. Again, is the Masonic Zionists scripting these by the numbers. They said the shooter's name was Paul Anthony Ciencia, which in gematria sums to 187, just like the other shooters' names. Also 79, the small way like murder. And I can't help but look and notice that the acronym CIA is in that name twice. The 33rd president, Truman, a month after the assassination of JFK in the middle of Dealey Plaza, named after a 33rd degree Freemason, wrote an editorial saying the CIA needed to be, minimized because all it was doing was duping the people, terrorizing America. It needed to have its power taken away. It is our federal government. It is the Masons and Zionists in charge, branches such as the CIA and FBI that are duping us by the numbers again and again. If you think this is coincidence, be sure to pick up my book when it comes out. I'm behind on my publishing date. But it's going to be amazing. And it's going to put all this to rest. And it's going to show how often the same thing's been done to us by the same numbers again and again. I'll make another point about McDonald's. McDonald's, that golden arch, M's the 13th letter, very special to the Bavarian Illuminati. The shooting last year with Ronald Johnson, Laquan McDonald, and then San Bernardino, that all came 31 years after 1984, the reflection of 13. All of these shootings are synced up clues that foretell what's to come, and these people work decades in advance. They have these things scripted out, well into the future. And my point in saying that is for us to recognize what's going on, how long we've been letting them get away with this agenda, and also to say it's way overdue to out these people and stop this needless tyranny. Remember what the original definition of terrorism is: government by intimidation. All of these stories are meant to intimidate us and make us look to Big Brother for solutions. Take away our rights, take away our liberties, spy on us, record our conversations, take away our means of protecting ourselves. That's what's going on. On this blog, I talked about the Dunblane massacre in the UK and then the taking away of guns. Everything coded into the Dunblane massacre, exactly coded into the Sandy Hook massacre. Dunblane was first grader shot. Sandy Hook was first grader shot. Perfect mirror of each other in terms of the coding, following the numbers we're talking about here. Until next time, Truth Seeker.